It's the biggest scandal that's gone unreported.
When a woman reaches a certain age, her sexual desirability decreases. So there's a lot of pressure to find a partner before she reaches that age. And because of that, there's a lot of anxiety amongst women.
50% of human population kept subservient by the other 50% just for the sake of physical pleasure and reproductive control. That's all, nothing more than that. Women across centuries have been wearing this stuff and across cultures on their wrists. Don't you see what that does? That simply means if you try to fight, the stuff here will break and hurt your own wrists. That's bondage immortalized. She has to unbecome a woman.
Acharya Ji, there's a term that's thrown around. It's called hitting the wall. So that means that when a woman reaches a certain age, her desirability, her sexual desirability decreases. So there's a lot of pressure to find a partner before she reaches that age. And because of that, there's a lot of anxiety amongst women. They go to medical spas routinely to maintain their youthful appearances. And I came across this data suggesting that women are twice as likely as men to experience depression in progressive feminist societies, which was really surprising to me. And also, there are studies that talk about happiness paradox. It said that in 1970s, there was a survey done, and women reported higher levels of happiness than men. But now, after decades of feminist and social progress, women reported lower level of happiness across all age groups. And also Gen Z women in US, which are really gender aware, they report some of the highest levels of anxiety and depression.
Hi, Gen Z. Emancipated, liberated, feminist, and highly anxious. Highly anxious of their sexual desirability. Is nobody looking at me? What happens when I hit 40? I have to get married at the right age and I have to have a baby at the right age. Anxious, anxious, anxious. Or is she anxious about samadhi? No, that's the entire anxiety. I'm already in my 30s. And docs say, getting pregnant after 35 is risky. What if I have an early menopause? Apocalypse. See, please understand. The wound that has been inflicted on women is very, very deep. It cannot be healed by all these very flimsy, very superficial things. Things like ideologies, things like slogans. Yes, externally there must be equality. Nobody is contesting that. Yes. Yes, there must be safety for women on the roads. Yes. Yes, if a goon is following and shadowing and troubling you, police must be available at one call, at the press of a button. Yes, we agree. Those are the basic features of a civilized society. But that alone won't heal the wound. And women are afraid of accepting what has happened to them over the centuries. They want to rebel within the paradigm. Feminism is mockery of rebellion. Feminism is the rebellion of kids with toys. What the woman needs is a wholesale rejection of the entire flow of history. And that to her is very threatening. Because she doesn't know what lies after that and beyond that. Partial rejection offers comfort. I can reject this and keep that. But what will you keep? What will you keep? It's the biggest scam. 50% of human population kept subservient by the other 50% just for the sake of physical pleasure and reproductive control. That's all. Nothing more than that. It's as straight and as gross as that. Nothing more than that. And it's not some little majority somewhere or minority somewhere, one part of the world, one country, one society, one community. It's one half of the humanity. One half of humanity. It's the biggest scandal that's gone unreported. You know what's the biggest scandal? The form that the modern woman has taken. Because that form is the output of the oppression of centuries. By that I don't mean that the pre-modern woman or the medieval woman was any better. They were worse, yes, no doubt about that. What the modern woman today has is definite improvement over the condition of the woman that was 200 years or 500 years back. No doubt about that. But the wound is just so deep, that these little advancements won't help. She has to unbecome a woman. And that, I repeat, is scary. Because the woman does not know what that exactly means, unbecoming a woman, what that means. What does that mean? That means something very simple. Remain simply a human being. Reject anything and everything that has come to you by the way of tradition. None of that is yours. And none of that is friendly to you. None of that was conceived as of any help to you. All of that exists just to pin you down in the bedroom and on the bed and in the kitchen. And that's all. It's not complex at all. There was no other motive. This was the motive, simple. And you have internalized that motive. You are still living that motive. All the concepts that you carry of the right life, of the good life, of the settled household, of the pretty nest, of motherly care and attachment and everything, these are just concepts. They are not at all natural. They have been injected into you. Women across centuries have been wearing this stuff and across cultures on their wrists. Don't you see what that does? That simply means if you try to fight, the stuff here will break and hurt your own wrists. That's bondage immortalized. And then she sings and dances. So fond of her own looks. Gori hai kalaiya. Come on, so many of you have danced over these same numbers. At your own places, at your own occasions. events, right? And some of you take leaves to actually attend those functions and dance there in that ghagra choli. And there was this college freshers function, and there was a video on social media. And this 17-year-old girl, she's dancing on a popular number from a 90s movie, 3-4 minute clip. And one of the lines there was, Tere haath se peekar pani, dasi se ban jaun rani. And she's actually dancing on it. And this is Gen Z. But that's the most cherished ambition, Somebody will come and, offer me whatever fluid, liquid, whatever she's talking about. What the man's mind has been seeing over the centuries. Get the woman to drink. Just download the Acharya Prashant app, and there you go to the community section, and you have live testimonials streaming in at the rate of 1 every 5 minutes. I'm seeing lives change in thousands, if not millions, every day in front of my own eyes. We are doing it. Right. We have actually done it.
Join the community of more than 2 lakh participants on the Acharya Prashant app. Your first month is completely free. You'll get full access to Gita Mission. On the app, you will get regular live sessions, daily exclusive conversations with Acharya Prashant, access to the vibrant Gita community, wisdom exams, curated news, audiobooks, quotes, and much more. Search Acharya Prashant on Google Play Store or Apple App Store and download now.